guys, Nay here from Nay Gaming. Going to do a big one today. This is Pippi mod, Mushi Editor, and it's going to involve 4 thespians in our play. So rather than me do this piece by piece, because it's so big, what I've done is I've set everything up ready to go. I thought we'd talk about each little thespian and their script, if you like, and how we get it set up. So the 4 things you'll need is you'll need 4 characters for your play in various locations in your world. So I've got 4 thespians here. I've got James, who is the sort of starting quest, if you like, and James's daughter is missing. So he's asked you to go to the next town, find a chap called Duncan, who might be able to find her. So it's going to go from James to Duncan. Duncan says he thinks he might have seen her in another town and speak to another guy there, Heish. So that then leads us to Heish, and of course Heish knows where she is. And then we basically save our heroine and spawn in some baddies to fight, and we get a little reward at the end of it. So that's the long and short of it, basically. Now, rather than, as I say, doing this and me building it bit by bit, because it was so big, I thought this would be a better way to do it. So first off, you place your thespian in the world. Now, a little disclaimer here, guys, this one is very advanced. So if you are brand new to the Mushi Editor, I'd recommend you go back and watch my simpler videos, Barbara the Barmaid or Karen's Game. Those are quite simple scripts to start off with and get a feel for how you use it and what you do. This is a bit more advanced, so there's a lot more meat to the bones. So as I say, just a little disclaimer there. So first thing we do is we launch the Mushi Editor, and you're going to put your script in. Now, I'm going to do a little link to a mega site where I will attach the strings for each character. So as I say, if you want to load it in, you load the Mushi string here, you hit load text and it'll appear. So basically the whole quest is called Save Orlenna, because that's the name of his daughter. So have they got the quest Save Orlenna? If they haven't got the quest yet, then I want it to take us down this dialogue path. My daughter Olena is missing. I need to find her. She's wearing a red dress and she's run off. My friend Duncan wrote to me. He lives in the North City. He thinks he might have seen her. If you find my daughter, I will reward you greatly. Okay, so then we've got 2 option nodes. Yes, I can either help, or no, I can't. No, I can't, fairly self-explanatory. It just closes the dialogue and takes you back to the beginning. If we can help, then we select this option node. He then proceeds to tell us, okay, thank you, yes, the North City. In the tavern there is a man called Duncan. Seek him out. He may have seen her pass through that way. So then he gives you the quest, Save Orlenna, and we've now also got another quest, Find Duncan. And then, of course, we can select the option node and it'll close the dialogue. Now, if we already have the quest, and let's say we haven't found Duncan and we've forgotten what we're supposed to be doing, we can go back to James, and if we have that quest already but we haven't completed it, then he will say, have you seen her yet? And we'll say, no, not yet. Please find her and tell her I'm worried about her. Okay, I'll start looking. And then I've got another option there to say, where do I start looking again? In the North City. In the tavern there is a man called Duncan. Seek him out. He may have seen her pass through that way. If we have completed the whole quest, I'm going to have it bounce to something down here, but I'm going to come back to that in a little bit just to help the story flow. Okay, so we'll close out of that one. That's our James set up for our story. We'll now place Duncan in another part of the world, and as I say, I've just brought everybody together for this, but in my server I will have them dotted all over the map so that, you know, it feels a little bit more like an adventure. Okay, so we go into Duncan's script, and as I say, you'll have Duncan's script that you can load in the Mushi string. Now, if we haven't enabled the quest, so if we come across Duncan before we come across James, I want Duncan to say this: I travel all over, it's good to ride out on horseback and feel the wind in my hair. because I don't want the quest to start in the wrong place. It all starts with James. James is the source, and then of course we follow through this track. So if we come across Duncan before anybody else, this is the dialogue that it will take us to. Okay, so do we have the quest Save Orlenna? If we haven't, it'll take us here. Have we completed the quest Save Orlenna? Yes, we have. Then again, he will revert back to his ordinary lines. I suppose we could add in a separate bounce here, a separate bounce and land, and he could say something different at the end, like, yay, you're amazing, well done, you know, something like that. But anyway, so we've got the quest Save Orlenna because James has given it to us, but we haven't found Hamish yet. He's the next person in our story. So if we haven't found Hamish, it takes us down this track. Where we've now completed the quest Find Duncan, and we say, are you Duncan? And he says, that depends on who's asking. Oh, you know James from the Valley City. You are looking for his daughter Orlenna. Yes, I think I saw her in Hedgeford about 4 days ago. Speak to Hamish in the town crier there. He should be around the marketplace, so you can't miss him. So now Duncan gives us a quest to find Hamish, and of course we've completed the quest to find Duncan. Now if we haven't found Hamish yet, it'll take us down another path. So again, like James, if we've forgotten what we're supposed to be doing, we can go back to Duncan and say, well, he'll go, what's up? And we'll say, nothing much, I'll be on my way. Or where do I find Hamish again? And he'll say, Hedgeford in the Westlands. He's the town crier there. He should be in the middle of the town by the marketplace. Okay, thanks, I'll be on my way. And of course you build the world around these characters, and you can change the dialogue however you want it to fit in your world. As I say, this is the bare bones of how you do it. Okay, so we've spoken to Hamish now. We've spoken to Duncan now. Now we've got to go and find Hamish. So we travel along. We've found Hamish, the town crier. We speak to him. So I'm going to go into the Mushi Editor here again. Now again, if we come across Hamish before anybody else, then I want him to be saying, hear ye, let it be known, there is a darkness forming in the east, we must prepare the king in the southlands, you know, blah, 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 something a town crier would say. You know, you've got to be creative with this. See you around. Okay. So again, just like what we've got in the previous dialogue with Duncan, if we have the quest Save Orlenna, he's going to bounce back to his normal dialogue. I did call him Elrond, but I've changed it to Hamish, so I'll change that back. And again, if we haven't had this quest yet, or we haven't come across the Save Orlenna quest, then I want it to bounce here. And of course, if we haven't found Hamish yet, I also want it to bounce back here. So I want this to be his normal dialogue. Again, if you want to get really intricate with this, you can have him bounce into different things, saying different things at different points in the quest. Okay, so let's run back through this again, because it looks like it's raining condition nodes here. So have we completed the quest Save Orlenna? If we have, it bounces here. If we haven't, it says, do we have the quest Save Orlenna? If we have, it takes us, have we got the quest Save Hamish? Yes, we have, because we've spoken to Duncan. So we haven't found Orlenna yet, but we have spoken to Duncan. So it'll say, we've now completed the quest to find Hamish. Are you Hamish? Yeah, that's me. Oh, you know Duncan in the North City. You're looking for a maid named Orlenna. Red dress? Yes, I saw her. Some brutes carted her off to the edge of town by the monument. Be careful though, they were heavily armed. So now we've completed the quest to find Hamish. It'll now give us the quest to find Orlenna, and we'll say, okay, thanks, be on our way, close dialogue. Same again. So have we got the quest to find Orlenna? Yes, we have now. And again, he's going to say, well, what's up? Nothing much, I'll be on my way. Where do I find Orlenna again? Some brutes carted her off to the edge of town. Be careful though. Okay, thanks, I'll be on my way. Close dialogue. So is this all making sense? I hope so. So we save it, we close it, and that is Hamish. So that's the third person in our story. The last person, of course, is the lovely Olena, and we are going to launch our Mushi Editor. And again, I'll save the script for her. Now, this one's going to blow your mind. This is why I didn't do this bit by bit, because of course we've got all these conditions that we have to meet. So let's break it down. So first things first, Olena is going to spawn in some bandits for us, and she's going to ask, we're going to go here, have we killed those bandits yet? Have we done that part of the quest that she's given us? No, we haven't. Now this is going to seem back to front because it has to do these in order. So we haven't done that yet, it takes us here. Well, have we completed the quest, Olena's quest? No, we haven't, so it's going to take us here. Do we even have the quest, Olena's quest? No, we haven't, so it's going to take us here. Have we completed the quest, Save Olena? No, we haven't, so it's going to take us here. Do we even have the quest, Find Olena? And then it's going to take us here. Okay, so with this one, there's such a lot to unpack here. So basically, if we haven't got any of these quests, then it's going to complete the quest Find Olena because we've now found her. And she's then going to say, yes, I'm Olena. These bandits have taken me hostage. Please can you save me from them? Fear not, I shall save you. Okay, so again, sorry we can't help, it closes the dialogue, but we have found her. So that's happened. So fear not, I shall save you. Now Olena will now give us the quest, Olena's quest. Okay, so Olena's quest is for us to kill the bandits. Remember, don't get that confused with saving her. This is a completely different quest that she has given us. So she's given us the quest, Olena's quest, and the baseline for the bandits being killed is 0. So they haven't been spawned in yet, we haven't killed them yet, but she's now going to trigger the bandits' arrival, and we're going to cover that off in a moment, and then it's going to close the dialogue. Now, just going back up here a little bit, okay, we haven't completed the quest, so it takes us down to this next stage, Olena's quest. So let's say we haven't completed the quest, the bandits have spawned in, but we've just run off. If you go back to Olena, she'll say, fight the bandits please, and then the dialogue will close, so that will give you an opportunity to kill those bandits. So again, when we've killed the bandits and we go back in, it'll check again, have the bandits been killed? Have we completed Olena's quest? Okay, so let's say the bandits have been killed and we've completed Olena's quest for the first time. So the local character variable, and this is where I don't want to blow your mind, but we're going to set something up in our NPC spawner to tell us that we've killed those bandits, because otherwise she'd just keep saying thank you for saving me, but yet we might not have killed them. So if we've completed the quest, Olena's quest, she's going to say thank you for saving me. Okay, sorry, let's go down here. So, do we have a quest, Olena's quest? Have we completed the quest, Save Olena? Now, where we've got Olena's quest here, this is the first part that's the most important. I'm getting myself in a muddle because it's just a wall of condition nodes. When we kill the bandits, it will set the character variable to 1, okay? Which means the bandits have been killed, we've got to go back and talk to Olena. She's then going to go, thank you so much for helping me. She's going to give us some coins. It's going to then set the variable back to 0, but it's going to complete the quest for us. On the same hand, we've also completed Save Olena. It's now given us a quest to find James, and it's given us a chat message. So there's quite a lot there in all of that. Once we've completed it, it's going to string off a load of action nodes, find James, we've completed Save Olena, and we've completed Olena's quest. So we've completed Olena's quest. She's then going to say, okay, well, you haven't found James yet, but you have completed my quest. Thank you again for saving me. If you see my father, please let him know I'm safe, no problem, close dialogue. And again, if we come across, and the last one I want to cover off is if we come across Olena before we've come across anybody else, she's then going to say, well, don't bother me right now. If those men come back and they see me not working, I'll be in big trouble. Okay, sorry. Okay. So, that's everything there. Whew, what a lot to cover off. So, I do hope that makes sense, but it has to meet certain conditions for it to open up a certain part of the dialogue, because otherwise we could skip the whole quest and it wouldn't make any sense. Now, there is something else I wanted to put in here. Oh yes, so if we have the quest Find Orlenna, then what it does is it takes us to this normal dialogue. So, God, I'm getting myself in a muddle here from making this. So let's close it. Now, what I'm going to try and do, if I go into my admin panel, I'm just going to check my quest flags. Don't bother me right now. If those men come back and see me not working, I'll be in big trouble. So you can see I haven't started our quest with James. Oh, brilliant, a maelstrom. So I'm going to talk to Hamish. Hear ye, he's doing his normal thing. Duncan, I travel all over, it's good to ride out on horseback. Right, so they're all talking as they are in the world, so it hasn't triggered our quest for us. So those are all our characters set up. What we also need to do is place an NPC summoner in the world. Okay, so the NPC summoner you can find when you go into the admin panel, the cheat panel, and it'll be in building, just like when you go thespian. So it's there, look. NPC summoner, that's a new version. Okay, so you place this bad boy in the world and we open it up just like we edit a thespian. So the first thing I want you to look at is the config. Now, in this config, there's just a couple of things we need to change here. We need the creature spawning into the world, and then we need some way of telling Olena that we've done it, so she can reward us and we can carry on with the quest. So the config screen, first of all, this is what you're greeted with, and our NPCs that we have spawn are here. So the first thing we want to do is add our spawns in. So you can add whoever you want. If you put archer in, this will bring up all your archers and you can pick whatever you want. Use the selected and it'll add them here. So I've got two here. I've got an archer and I've got a fighter. So you can have waves. So you can have one wave where you've got two fighters. Once you kill them, it'll then spawn a second wave. And again, you can have something happen with the NPC when the wave starts and when they end. I'm going to cover that off in a different video because I want to keep it simple. It's complicated enough, this video. So I just want to get it working for you. So the spawn location is default. That means they will spawn in this red orb. NPC killed, there's edit T event. So we click that here, and what we want to do is we want to add a T perform. You add a T perform and you expand it and you hit actions. Okay, that's what you do. I'm just going to remove that. So you hit actions, and then what you want to do, in fact, what I think I'll do, let's copy that, let's remove it. So we're going to add an action, we're going to pick our target. So this is our young maid, and it's for herself, and it's a local variable option. This is where the 1 and the 0, this is where it makes sense, because the 0 is the baseline, the 1 is where we've made something happen. So I want to call it bandits killed because that's what I've named it in Orlenna, and it's set to 0 at the moment, but once we kill those bandits, once the NPC dies, I want it to change the value to 1, okay? And I'm going to go back in to Orlenna's Mushi script to show you. So I'm going to save that, I'm going to close it, I'm going to hit apply. And just before we exit out of here, I want to just go into settings, and you want to change the visibility on this to owner only, so that of course people don't see it in the world, it doesn't look odd, only the person who made it. And of course I'm going to name it Bandits Arrive, okay, so that's quite important, it needs to be spelt like that. Apply and close. Okay, so if I go back into Mushi Editor for our young mage, you'll see there the trigger of those bandits being spawned in is called Bandits Arrive, and it's upper lowercase, it's spelt exactly how I want it. And of course bandits killed, the value is set to 0, but when those NPCs die, it'll go, something's happened, I'm going to change it to 1, which takes us back up to this condition node at the beginning. Is the bandits killed set to 1? If it is, then I wanted to say, thank you so much for helping me. I want to give you this gift. I'm now going to set it back to 0 because I don't want an exploit where some cheeky so-and-so is going to come in, keep getting gold and keep getting the silver. So they then set it back to 0 because we've given you the silver. You've now completed Orlenna's quest. So again, it takes us to the next drop down here. I now want you to go and find James. You've now completed the quest Save Olena. So again, it's taken us to the next drop down, and I'm going to give you a little chat message. Okay, so I'm going to just link that because I realise I hadn't done it. So have we completed the quest Save Olena? Yes, we have. Thank you for saving me. If you see my father, please let him know I'm safe. Okay, so let's file it, let's save it, let's close it. And as I say, before I finish this video today, with the tweaking that I have done, I will save the final scripts for you, so you won't have to faff about with it like I've been doing, okay? Because I'm not kidding, this took days to do. So right, okay. So shall we have a little run through of our script? Shall we see if our story's going to work? So, here we go. Let's start with, oh hi Bob, how you doing? So let's talk to James. So this has started our quest. My daughter Olena is missing and I need to find her. She's wearing a red dress and has run off. My friend Duncan wrote to me. He lives in the North City. He thinks he might have seen her. If you can find my daughter for me, I will reward you greatly. So yes, I can help. He's given us the quest. Find Duncan. The North City in the tavern. There's a man called Duncan. Seek him out. He might have seen her pass through that way. Okay, so now if I bugger off, but I come back, I'm like, where do I start looking again? The North City in the tavern. Okay, so now if I skip over to Hamish, Hamish is still going to be doing his thing, Orlenna's going to be doing her thing. Don't bother me, don't bother me. Right, let's talk to Duncan. Are you Duncan? That depends on who's asking. Oh, you know James from the Valley City. If you're looking for his daughter Orlenna, I think I saw her in Hedgeford about 4 days ago. Speak to Hamish, the town crier there. He should be around the marketplace. You can't miss him. Okay, thanks. I'll be on my way. What's up? Nothing much. I'll be on my way. Where do I find Hamish again? Okay. So we talk to Hamish. Are you Hamish? Yeah, that's me. Oh, you know Duncan from the North City. You're looking for a young maid named Orlenna. Red dress. Yes, I saw her. Some brutes carted her off to the edge of town by the monument. Be careful though, they were heavily armed. Okay, thanks. Right, so if we do go back to these, this will just keep us, where do I start looking? Because there's no point in this all changing until we've completed the whole quest fully. So now let's talk to our young maid that we've seen in the red dress. So, yes, I'm Olena. So now it's triggered her to talk to us. These bandits have taken me hostage. Can you please save me from them? So we're going to say, fear not. I can help you. I shall save you. And it's now going to spawn our guys in. Here we go. Let's get rid of them. So, we're going to attack them. Oh my God, these are attacking. Okay, get her. Or him. Get him. Come on. Here we go. So, good hustle, guys. Okay, so now we've killed our NPCs. We've done what we set out to do. Let's talk to Olena again. So she's given us coins. Thank you for helping me. What? My father is looking for me? I better write to him and let him know. I shall inform him you are safe. So now she's given us the quest, find James. I'm going to go back in and she's saying, thanks again for saving me. If you see my father, please let him know I'm safe. So it's closed it off. There's no exploit there. No cheeky so-and-so can come in and try and keep taking the silver coins. So again, he's now gone back to hear ye. He's doing his normal thing. Duncan's going, I travel all over, so he's doing his normal thing. We're now going to talk to James. Now just before we do, what I want to show you is what I didn't show you in the beginning. At the Mushi Editor, at the bottom here, when we've completed the quest Save Orlenna, it bounced. So it's now bounced to this dialogue. Have we completed the quest Find James? So yes we have, or no we haven't. So no, we haven't completed the quest Found James yet. He's going to say thank you for saving my daughter. He's then going to complete the quest Save Orlenna. He's now going to complete the quest Find James. He's going to give us an item. He's going to give us a chat message, and he's going to give us some gold. And again, so that this isn't exploited, if we talk to him again, he's going to say thanks again for your bravery. Okay? So, hope that makes sense. It's just so we don't have exploits. So, let's talk to James. Oh, thank you for saving my daughter from a fate worse than death. I can't thank you enough. I used to be a swordsman in my younger years. This was my sword. Please take it as a token of my appreciation. And again, we've got a chat message. James has given you the perfected steel longsword and 50 gold coins. Now, of course, you can put whatever values you want in here. You can put any items you want in there. This is just to give you a story and a script. Now, if I go into my admin panel and I check those quest flags, all of those little journeys have now been completed. This isn't a journey that you can repeat. If you did want to have a quest that you wanted to be able to play over and over, you could have James. You could have James at that point in the Mushi Editor. I suppose you could have another dialogue, another option node here, just saying repeat quest. And you could have this all set to none. You could have the quests deleted. So you could have you'd have to delete all 5, bear in mind. So you'd have to delete the save Orlenna, save find Duncan, find so on and so on. You'd have to have them all deleted, so it starts afresh. But that's how you do it basically. God, I hope that makes sense. Because I realise it's so much to take in there. It's quite a lot of information, but as you can appreciate, I thought it'd be better to do it this way opposed to me building it piece by piece. But we can do that if you want to do another one. Anyway, 26 minutes, guys. This was a long one today, but thank you very much for watching. If you do have any questions, anything at all, drop me a little comment below. Let's figure it out together. As I say, I want us all to be experts on the Mushi Editor so that we can all make these beautiful worlds and we can have interesting quests and things taking place. Anyway, that's enough waffling from me. Have a lovely weekend. I do hope you enjoy the rest of it. See you later. Ta-ra.